Hello everybody, this is Sonia. I'm in Australia and the weather looks really good out there. It was freezing cold this morning though, really freezing cold. Well, I've decided I'm going to do a little bit of a video every day and then I'll do me work on me craft room. I lay in bed last night thinking about all the things I'm going to be able to do with that sewing machine. All the stuff I'll be able to put together. This being one of them. Because I can turn it right, you can turn it right down so it can go really slow. One stitch, one stitch, one stitch. So you can guide something like this underneath it without, and you want to be careful you don't go over a bead or anything like that. So that's got to be cut straight. So anyway, though, today I'm going to do a little bit of work on this and I'll tell you a bit of update on what's going on. Now, Jeremy went out to the hospital and they looked at him. They didn't actually look at his finger that much. They just had a quick glance at it and then took his blood pressure and stuff like that. And then they said, well, oh dear, what do I do with that? I didn't think they said, what do I do with that needle I just found it to do this with. Anyway, there it is. Yeah, so, and then they said, well, now you wait over there and the doctor will see you. So that's what he was doing when I spoke to him on the video. And anyway, he sat there. He was out there for 3 hours. He said they started putting... They did actually say to him, right, when the nurse looked at him in the first place, she said, it's on his wedding ring finger. And he hasn't been able to get his ring off for years because of his knuckle. He can't get it over there yet. It hasn't been getting it off for a really, really long time. And he wouldn't take it off anyway because he was welding one. The bloke told him to take it off and he wouldn't do it. But that was a bit, don't know whether, he couldn't get it off really. So that was how that was. But anyway, the lady said to him, well, they might have to give you a needle, she said, and cut your wedding ring off. So that put him right off that for a start. So anyway, he did wait for a fair while and nobody come back near him. So he rang me and told me he was coming home. But I spoke to him before that and I said, I needed to get out of the room here and I wanted to, and just hang on while I talk to you while I get up because this chair's pretty low that I'm sitting on and because I'm short, it's really comfortable for me. My legs go on the floor really comfortable, but I can't get myself off the chair because it's too low down. I can sometimes if I've got my walking stick with me and I get hold of that, I can get up. Anyway, so yesterday I said to him, I'll hang on then and I'll just get up. And I thought to myself, I better not say nothing to him because he'd probably come home if I said tell him I'm stuck. So I said, oh, well, that's good, I'm up now. And I said to him, I lied to him. I felt really bad, but I lied to him. But anyway, he rang me back not long after and he said, I'm coming home now. I said, if you had a look, they looked, he said, no. He said, but they keep, all these other people are coming in, he said, and they're just taking them into the thing. And he said, and I'm still sitting here, I'm not going to sit here any longer. He got a bit, upset about it. He said he didn't think it was as bad as he thought it was to start with. But anyway, when he could... So anyhow, I rang my daughter and I said to her, can you come and get me? Peggy, I'm stuck in the room and I can't get out. And she said she couldn't because she didn't have the car. Her friend's got the car and she's at work, and so I was a bit upset and I couldn't get up and I tried a few times and, I thought, well, I'm going to hurt myself and then I'll end up back up there, so I'm not going to do this. I'll just sit here. And I got it cranky and I got upset and I got everything, all the emotions were going all over the place. But anyway, Peggy rang me back and she said, oh, Teek's going to get the car. She said, she's leaving work, she said, and she told the boss she's going to go and get you, so she's going to pick up Jeremy and bring him home to pick you up because he was walking home anyway. So that was good. So I was only in a few more minutes and he just come up and I just lifted me straight out of the chair. It's not a hard thing. My leg went out straight, my left leg. Now, I don't know if you know, but if you're sitting down, you need to get your legs back against what you're getting up from. You can't have, if your leg goes out straight, you can't get to bend, which I couldn't get to bend back up underneath me. That's why I couldn't get up. too. Another reason. It wasn't an excuse, it was a reason. Because there was no way my leg would bend because my knees are really bad and I could not get it to bend, and it was just stuck out there and it was not going anywhere, and I tried to grip onto a few things and I just could not get it to bend for me, so I was having a bad patch here there myself. But anyway, it's all right. He got me up, and I'm still talking, but I'll just tell you the story before I do this. And anyway, I was still a bit worried about himself, so I rang the doctor's surgery, and the lady that works there is somebody that I've known for years, and she said to me, Sonia, she said, just get him to hold it up. She said, and because we can't get into the doctor, it's just impossible. She said, it's got to have to be, if it's got to be looked at, it's got to be done now. She said, even waiting for them waiting out there for 3 hours to see him, it would have been too long because he wouldn't have been able to stitch it back again, because they were the ones that were doing this, not him. But anyway, I suppose they had other things and it was emergent. He said, and he understood that there's other things that was. He said he couldn't see the more important ones that were walking through in front of him. But anyway, that's just beside the point now anyhow. So she suggested we go to our chemist. So later, he made my lunch. He insisted on making me something to eat, and I told him it didn't matter, and he got it anyway, and he went up there. He went to the chemist, and they put some little thing that they pull your skin together, those little clamp thingies, I don't know what they're called, stimmies or something like that. And she put some stuff on it for him, clean it for him, and put that on there, and she said, they wouldn't have been able to stitch it back together because they waited too long, and hopefully that will pull it over a bit. So she did that, and then he just put we had some of those disposable gloves, but he said he couldn't get his hand in it, so he put a bag on his hand while he had his bath last night, but he's a bit happier now. He said it hasn't even hurt. He said it's not even hurting, so, but anyway, he has got a toothache too, so, poor thing, so he's got to go and have his tooth out. I'm going to ring up and make him an appointment and take him up there because he's got to have acupuncture thing before he can have his tooth out. He doesn't like needles. But anyway, so that was good. And we decided that the best place to go if you've got a problem is the pharmacy, because they'll help. They do them sort of things. They patch you up. He's got to go back there a couple of days and have a tetanus shot. The pharmacists don't mind helping you with a little business like that. If you've got a cut or, he probably should have a stitch, but it'll probably heal pretty good. But anyway, it was good that the girl told me about doing that, so I did. Got him there, and he did that. And Valita, well, she's was going to have an operation today. She said they hadn't fed her since Sunday. Yesterday she got some food finally. Don't know what that was about. She's in Albury Hospital. She said that her husband's only 10 minutes away, so that's good, because and I couldn't go and help her in any way. Got no vehicle. I couldn't go down there to her, so I hope that everything's all right for her, poor thing, and that she's getting that operation this morning, because she was hoping to get it over and done with, because she's been in there since Monday. And that's. But I suppose they can't just operate on you straight away unless it's an emergency. And if they had another one today, I suppose she'd have to wait a bit longer still, but that's just not But anyway, hopefully she's got it done by now, or she's getting it done today, so she can start getting healing and just, do some, whatever they got to do to get her back on track, I suppose. She might be there for a little while. I'll go back to there's outpatients things, I suppose. You go back and do your rehabilitation or something, but poor thing. But anyway, something else, I know. Somebody said they couldn't find any ribbon yet, the silk ribbon. There's a site, and I will put it up. There's a site, place here in Australia where you can buy it. So I'll go on there and I'll show you what that is. The organza one, I know you can get that online. That's not too dear. I've got a bit here that I'm going to make some roses on here. Any minute when I finish talking, I'll figure out what else I was supposed to talk about. What else was people asking me about? The silk ribbon. I know it's... I'll definitely put the link up there, okay, for you, right, so you can go and buy some from there. What else was I going to say? And, well, you can get all this at the cheapy shop, or like I said, you can even buy it at the places where they have the stuff to wrap the parcels, you know, the paper and bags and things. There's this, you can buy that ribbon there. It's the same sort of ribbon, it's just in a different category or something, you know, and you probably get it from your 50 shops too anyway, your op shops. Wish I could remember what I was supposed to tell you about. I really do. But anyway, so that'll do me anyway, but I'm going to do some work on here this morning and then start doing a bit of cleaning in my room or tidying, fixing up a bit of things at a time, putting stuff, getting rid of stuff. Haven't started much yet. I did a bit yesterday, but I couldn't do much more. I kept slipping away out of this. But anyway, my leg wasn't friends with me. Just make sure I don't stick my leg out straight again because it doesn't want to bend if I get it like that. It's hard to explain, but anyway. So I think I'm going to put these here, although there's that little hot pink thing there. There's that there, and that's a bit pink. Maybe I could go down here. I don't know where I want to put these. I need to put some... Oh, that'll look good on this blue here. I think this will look good on this blue. So I'm going to make some of those roses that I showed you the other day because I thought that'd be fun. Now, this is really hard to get through the satin material, as you can see. I'm going to make a hole. Okay. With this all, which I might get another thinner one because it's got glue on it. This gets too thick too quick, you know, and you go up along the... I want a thinner one that goes all the way up because it's... So that's splitting that a bit, which is not a good thing. Your thread. I might need a bigger needle. I thought I had the right thing, but I haven't. But then there's an issue with it going through this satin too. Okay. Righto. Let's try this again. This should come up here through here now. Okay. Rightio. Now I wasn't going to make a knot, but I did. And I will cut it off because it's too bulky for me. I don't like that. And now I'm going to make some little roses, I think. I hope. If I can get this to go through it. Or do I need a bigger thing? I probably will try that, instead of wrecking it. I'll try a bigger needle. Didn't really want to, but it's best idea to do that, isn't it? Because even though you think it might make a big hole, you need a big hole to get it through. Okay. Rightio. Now, we want to go... I didn't want them to be too big. I want it to be nice little... There's a few places on here that I haven't actually finished sewing what I started. So I made that go down too far. I can't just get this through here. Nearly. Got it. This is not easy, this work, making things pretty, is it? It's pretty work. I'll pull that through a bit further, I think. Oh dear. I went too far, didn't I? Oh, goodness me. Oh, dear. I don't think that's... Maybe he must be talking to someone on the phone. I can hear him out there. Try and curl that back up. Well, that just didn't work nicely for me, did it? I just wasn't... confident enough in that, I suppose. Let me do something in a thread. Let's do something in a cotton. sometimes things work for you good and other times they don't. I got some of that colour because I like that colour. It's pretty, isn't it? Here, it's better. This one. Oh, look, it's the same as that there. That's too close. Which one will I have, people? Which one will I have? I'm in one of those undecisive moods today. I suppose I'm thinking too much about what's ahead of me. I've got to do in this room. My daughter said to me yesterday, I thought it was quite harsh. I said to her, you don't want to come and help me clean my room? She said, no, I don't. She said, I told you last time I helped you I wasn't going to come back and do it again. You know what? I said, I used to tell you too when I did yours I wasn't going to do it again, but I always did. That was my fault, wasn't it, really? That was my fault. So anyway, never mind. I don't know whether that's some sort of punishment or what. Jeremy's going to help me, but he's not. Oh dear, I'm overdoing this about this room, aren't I? I'm so sorry about this. But if you could see how bad I got, I don't know, I've been doing a video nearly every day now for so long, and I've just got so into what I'm doing and not, you know, worrying about putting it all away and getting all, because once I put all the things in the boxes, now I've just been dragging them all out and put them around everywhere. So anyway, I might do something like a bullion stitch or something here. What do you reckon? Make a flower or something. Okay, I'll do that. So I'll wrap this many times. Why do I always pick something that's hard to get the thread through? Goodness me. You always got to be doing the hard things on you. Just stop it now. Okay. Now that didn't roll right because I will see though if I can do something with it. Come on. Cooch it. Might have too many wraps in it, but that doesn't matter. It should just roll. It should just roll around nicely. I mustn't have did it very tight. Mustn't have did a very good job of that. But anyway. I don't know if Jeremy's after looking for me or not. He told me he wouldn't be going out doing anything outside because they've told him to have a few days without doing too much with it because it's, could split back undone, I suppose. Okay, now do another one. 10, 11. That might be enough. I think I did too much in the other one. Now this has all come undone. This has got to be the worst sewing I've ever done this morning. Maybe I should be just doing the room and keep away from this. Isn't it terrible when something that you know you can do, you just muck it up something frightful. This has got to be one of the worst bullion stitches I've ever made in my life. Ah, dear, oh dear, oh dear. That's dreadful, Sonia. I'm going to leave that in there. I'm going to put this in the show. They'll be absolutely devastated when they see that coming, won't they? I've got to cover that over because I made it all khaki. So for a start, that's not right, that yellow stuff, because it's too skinny. Not rolling very nice at all. Let's try again. I'm not going to let it beat me. I can't. This one's not much thicker either, I don't think. I won't go in the hole, so it could be. And it looks like I've only got a bit of this yellow left here. I've got something on another reel. I've got to go through all my threads. I'm going to have a bit of a chuck out of me. Well, when I say chuck out, I'm going to have to probably get rid of some of the... I'm going to try this again, okay. I'm going to do a bullion stitch carefully and just pay attention to this alone. Don't worry about anything else. Goodness me, I used to be able to sew with the TV going, the kids playing and talking and everything once, and it didn't bother me because I could just, but now it's just not good. Okay, so we only need it to be that long. Okay, we don't want it any longer than that there to there, right? So now we're going to pull that through. Again, we're not doing a very good job of that. And just put it there like so, okay. That's a bit better. That's a bit better, isn't it? Yes, of course it is. Now we're going to do up here. This one. I've done a lot of these bullion stitches on here. I don't know why. I'm not working very good with it today. Anyway, like I said, you've got to pay attention and make sure it's not too tight when you wrap it round, because otherwise it'll I'm not 7. I don't know why I'm counting, because there wasn't a particular amount that I did. I don't think. So I don't know why I'm counting for. I think that's good. I'm going to do... I'm going to come around here because I want to keep going around here on this. That's... I might need to put a few petals in if there's going to be petals. Might have to be a few. I'd like to add some beads, and I've got to put a few beads still on this because there's places where I've not put any yet. And plus I got some nice, beautiful rickrack I found yesterday. Oh, well, I had it the other day, but I found some more of it yesterday. I might just do that one like that, how that is. So it's going to be something like that there, I suppose, won't it, if I do that. I'll take it down here, this one, a bit further. Terry was saying about how I could fix this to make the bag, and I will look at doing different ways, but I think I know what, I think I'm just going to go and work away with it myself. I won't put up a video. I can show you it after what I achieve. Oh, geez, I hope I get it done soon so I can use my machine in this room. So, because I have not got, like Jeremy would let me use it, of course he would. There's nobody stopping me but myself. There's nobody stopping me but myself, because I know if I start using it, I will never get this room done. Plus I can't get it in here in the first place, so. Oh, I've had a mouthful of drink. I can't even say any words properly. There's a real lot of space in the shelves because of stuff that's come down off there. All I've got to do is sort out where I want to put it back to and use the things that I'm using close by. I think I'm going to put an ironing board in here so I can put my machine onto it. Oh, well, I'm going to use the ironing board for different things, and then I'm going to be able to put it away. I'm going to put the machine on the table, and I'm going to put all my my Big Shot and my Scan and Cut and my Gemini in the shelf here, and then I can get them out and use them on the ironing board, and then put the ironing board away and put them back. Of course I'm going to do that, yes I will. All these things I kept thinking about last night. Instead of sleeping, which I did yesterday afternoon for a little while though, so a couple of hours yesterday afternoon we had this, after Jeremy came home and we settled down a bit, we had a little nap. But anyway, I'm going to take this through to the back. So that's my idea. I remember once before, a few years back now, I bought an iron board and I brought it home in the back of the scooter because there's a big pocket in the back of there that I can put stuff in. A backpack thing on it. And Jeremy said it's out in the shed, but I said to him, well, it wouldn't be much good. You know, he said, well, you could change the cover. And I said, oh, I'm really particularly wanting that back, thanks. I'll get a new one. They don't, God, I think I only paid under $20 for it. And if I wanted to, I could get a second-hand one from Ken Assist anyway. Because I imagine now the one I've got out there might have a bit of dirt on it. I never really used the ironing board for at all much in my adult life because I wasn't a big fan of ironing. The kids' school uniforms, yeah, had to do them sometimes. So it depends how they were, what sort of thing they were made out of. Sometimes they had them made out of stuff that you didn't have to iron. Okay. Does that look all right? Yeah, but I've got to put another one of those on it. I do. Another one. It should have 5, shouldn't it, really? I don't know. I'll put another one on. Oh, you wanted to do some of that ribbon embroidery. So I did these ones here are done like that, aren't they? Or are they not? Can't remember how I did those little bud things there. They look good though, as long as they look good. So I did all these bullion stitches. They turned out all right. These aren't too bad now. I think you need a bit thicker thread to do it. Anyway, I know there was something else I was supposed to say. I usually write things down when I've got to do something. I usually write it down, answer any of your questions, because, and I hope that you just come back and look, because I do write it down. And I know I'm a bit behind with the giveaway, but it's okay. It's still July, and it wasn't 10.5 years now. It's not 10 at all, but anyway, never mind. They don't look too bad. I just didn't want them to be, I've got to think about this is going to be the hem there, the seam. I didn't want it to be too close. I don't know if I should do another one or not. Maybe I'll just leave that and might just do another little something in yellow and put it there. We've got a seam there on that thing. So, a few beads on. I bought these the other day. Monday I got these. I didn't do a haul video on that because it wasn't that. I don't think I talked about what I bought. Don't think I showed you, but I didn't get much. I got these. Got a couple of reels of cotton. I didn't buy very much of that exciting sort of thing, so I didn't worry about putting up a haul video. So I want a bit of thread. Oh yeah, these are the ones I bought. These cottons here. They're here. Aren't they nice? They're pretty. They are really beautiful colours. Also, I'm buying them so I can use them on my machine, because I have got some threads, but I don't have a very big variety of colours. So I'm going to put those colour beads on, so I might just go with, where am I putting them? So you think about your background too when you're putting the beads on, because that's where it's going to go onto that background. So if you put a colour that's going to go with everything, it'll be good. Righto, so I've got this here. Bead, needle. Now we've gone blind. It just felt like we could see once, now not so much. Oh dear. I've got all those things that I'm going to put together now, them bags and things that I've got. So I did one of my crazy patchwork bags, but I couldn't use the foot of the machine for very long because of my feet and my knees, my legs. So I put the foot press thing up on at the side of the machine, and I used my hand like this. But you can't steer and do that, you know. So that's another reason that I wanted a newer machine, you know, because mine was pretty old. And so I could sew these things, because by the time I'd made that one, you know, my legs were never going to speak to me again. And my feet were so sore because I'm trying to, plus it scoots out of the way from under your foot, that foot thing, it's, you know, used to drive me crazy. So anyway, I'm going to put these on the end of this just for a look to see what it looks like. Yeah, so the machine's going to be, hopefully I'm going to be able to make some of them bags up and some other things that I'd want to make and do, you know. These look sort of metallic like, don't they? But I don't think they are. It looks metallic. There's one bead. Plus I was watching, I can do some applique with it, the machine. I do lots of different stitches with the machine, but I won't do anything. I mean, I'll still do all my hand sewing that I like to do. You know what I mean? Because it's more my thing. But I'll be able to use it to do other things as well. And I was thinking last night, I thought, oh, I don't think I'm going to sew anything else with it besides fabric. Because there was something I was thinking about something I was going to sew, and I thought, nope, not going to my machine with that. But we get like that, we've got to be protective of our things, don't we? But I'll still have this old one. It'll still be here. It's only about 12, 13 years old, but that's, you know, and it's hanging in there by a thread. I mean, actually, you know, it has a few issues, like I've said to you earlier, because I do know there's something wrong with it, because it's not just not right. It's making funny whirring noises. It shouldn't be doing it when it's not going. And, you know, yes, I could get it fixed, but it's too late now. I've got myself a new one. I don't want to be getting it fixed. You wouldn't be able to get it fixed anyway, not round here. Years ago, there used to be a man here that did the sewing machines. He used to fix them up. So some of these look like they haven't got a lot of colour on them. Doesn't look like it's coming off, the colour. That looks pretty cool, but they will be going this way. This is what they are. They go down, they hang down like that. So, I'm going to put the lid on that before they go everywhere. I'm going to put something, I'm thinking about it as I'm going along. I'm going to have to put something Whoops, daisy there. Oops, I set that down. I need something here, in those two spaces there. So what'll that be? Let me think about that. Maybe a sequin. Do you think a sequin will look all right on that? No, that's too yellow. Where's them bright ones? When I say it's too yellow, because that's yellow too, you see. That's the idea why I said that. Now, these are bright little blokes, aren't they? What would that... Well, that's not bright, is it? Oh, goodness, what do I have on the top of there? A couple of beads. No, I did that on the other one. Maybe a different colour. Let's try again. Let's not give up yet. It'll get stuck to you. No, but I'll put them somewhere else on here. I'm going to have to use a few of them, I suppose, eventually. You kind of sort of just need a half a thing, don't you? So on these ones I've got these just two little beads. I'm going to put a knot on there. I think I'll do a French knot in a green colour or orange. I think I'll do a green. French knot in green I need. Got a bit of... That'll work. But you can't ask me what sort of flower this is because it doesn't matter, is it? It's one of them. It's one of them. It is. I'll use this needle here. It's a good one. There's a knot in this cotton. Look at that. There we go. It's a bit too... I'll cut it off there then. Keep the knot. Use the knot too. I better not fiddle around here with this too long, because the timer thing will be going off shortly. So I like 3 wraps for a French knot, me. Sometimes. I suppose it just depends what you're doing, doesn't it? Yep, that's better. Now I'm going to put one either side of that one. And that's the centre of the flower, okay? And then they're hanging over the side of the wall that you can't see. Supposedly. That's the idea. I hope you can see what I'm doing. Well, I don't mind that. That doesn't look too bad. Is that right? Yeah, it's a big leap though. It's all right. I'll go along behind it later and make sure everything's sewn down. But I'll also be ironing some interfacing sort of stuff on it to make sure that everything stays put where it's supposed to be. Maybe if I put that up there, can I get away with this? Because I think them ones have made them pretty big, those knots, didn't I? They stayed out pretty big. Well, everything doesn't have to look exactly the same. It doesn't all look exactly the same in nature. That looks like 2 little hands. 2 little hands. Maybe not, Sonia. Imagination's gone crazy now. Okay. So I'm going to end this off here. And I'll either go and make another video because I've got to go out tomorrow, or go and do a bit of tidying, or just go and look at the wall. I don't know what I'm going to do. Okay? I really like that. They look really cute. They look all right, don't they? I'm just going to do something really bright over here. Where is that bit of stuff I talked about here? Bit of stuff is this. Thought I'd want something really bright on there. Gee, that's pretty, isn't it? So is the orange bit. Oh, look at that. Yeah, anyway, I better go and I'll be back after, and I'll talk to you later. And thank you everybody for your well wishes for Jeremy and Lydia and myself. Thank you very much for everybody's lovely comments, and we'll talk to you later. Bye bye. Thank you. Bye.